we left off on our exciting cliffhanger of getting this error saying we've got multiple things coming in now, and we were just expecting one thing. And so the program's not sure what to do with it at this point. So what I'm going to do is set up, now I've got information here in the JSON object for multiple bands, but what I'm going to do is set up a different element to just look at one band in particular and print out the information for one band at a time. And so I'm going to use here what's called a class component. Now, class components work a lot like functions, and they're used kind of interchangeably in the world of React. And so I'm going to create a class here called band, just a single band. And when we create a class, we need to extend the React component. So this is extending a React component. Again, we could use a function here instead. I'm showing you a different way of doing it because we're going to see class components, and we're going to use class components a lot in what we do. And so the class component, rather than calling the, well, notice in the function we just have the return method. The class component, which is the first way of doing it in React, I believe, rather than a function, and now we use both kind of interchangeably depending on what we're doing. The render is going to call a return statement, and then the return statement is the code that's going to actually build that component, send it back to be printed out or whatever we're doing with it. And so in here, I'm going to need, again, we need a container of some sort, so I'll put in a div, and then in that div, let's say for each band, what I want to print out is, first of all, I'm going to have a little image of the band. I'm not going to go take the time to find one right now. And then after that, I'm going to have an h2 tag that has the name of the band. Okay. And then I'll have an h2 tag that has the members. Yeah, probably an h3, right? Because we want it to be a little bit smaller. So let's do an h3 tag. And so I'll have the name, the members, and then the other element of this is I'm going to print out when they were formed. All right, so this is my little component that I've created. It's not going to like the fact that the image doesn't have anything in it, but I'm just kind of setting up, this is what we might do. So if I do a Control S on this, it's still going to give us our other error. But what we can do is, now that we have a band, we can go into our band list, and if I just print out here an instance of a band instead, so I'll print out, instead of any of the headings or anything, I'll just call here, because that's being taken care of up here, then I'll print out just an instance of a band. All right, and I'll self-enclose it, so the / there, so I don't need to have the closing tag. Okay, let's try that, Control S, and there we go. We get the name, the members. Oh, I forgot to type in the formed. I thought I did. You'll have to go back and watch the video and see what happened. It'll be a mystery to me. All right, so let's save that. So now we get the name of the band, the members, and they're formed. Okay, so we're getting those elements, and obviously if we want other bands in there, we can drop in another band and another band, self-enclose. Let's see if it'll format that for me, and it did. Oh, I don't know what that was. All right, so now I'm getting multiple bands printed out, but obviously I don't want to just say name, members, formed. I want to have the information for these bands. And so how do I get that information? Now it's all currently sitting up in a JSON file. And I want to pull out one at a time the information for these bands and then print out the bands. And so let me start by just getting one band and doing something with one band. And so in this little band component I've created that's meant singular, one band, I'm going to go in and create a const and call it, oh, this is in the inside the render but before the return. So this is part of the rendering but before we actually print out any information. So const, and I'll just call it one band, is equal to band info. Okay, so I'm going to go out to the array band, not band info, but band, what is it called? Band names. go out to the band names array, get element 0, and bring that in to this constant, which is going to end up being an array. All right, so then once I have that information in the array, I can go print out the name of the band. So I won't print name, but I'll just go out, say go out to that one band and go out to the name element of it and give me that. Okay, and then the members, I can say members colon, and then I can say one band. So in the curly braces, which is going to indicate that this code is going to be interpreted instead of printing out literally. And so that little string interpolation to get that code out of there, and then one band dot formed. Okay, so I've got 3 different bands, or 3 different pieces of information as part of this, what I'll refer to as a card, right? One entry for a band. I'll save this, and when I save that, now I'm getting entries in there, which is great. It's gone out and printed the information for me. So it's taking this component, it's grabbing the information for the band names at element 0 in the JSON object. It's putting that into this const called one band that has these 3 different elements in it, name, members, and formed. And then I can go in and say, well, go get me the name, go get me the members, go get me formed. And so we built this little class component that's taking care of all that. Now the dilemma is that it's currently just printing out the same information. Now if I change this from a 0 to a 1 and run that again, then it will go print out the information for Wolf Mother. And if I do 2, then it will go print out the information for Cream. But I want it to grab the information based on which band we're on. And so how do I make it, instead of me having to manually type this information in, to instead grab the information from whichever object I'm on? And you may have used in the past a way we can solve this. One way we can solve this is by using something called the spread operator. So if I go in and say, well, I guess let me do this first. So instead of being, well, I can't decide what to do first. Let's do this one first. So let's go in and drop in here. Let's actually go ahead and stop there because I want to talk next about properties. And so currently we've got it set up. We've built a React component rather than a function. And again, components and functions are almost used interchangeably based on situation and taste and the preference of the programmer who's writing them. We use both of them. But this is, we could have done this in a class component, and we could have done this in a function. They just work slightly differently. Again, my recollection is that React components were around before functions, and they both have pros and cons, and so people just use them interchangeably. But this is a React component, and we can just use it right here in the middle of all these different functions to make our program do what we want it to do. Okay, so next let's look at properties in a React component. Spencer out.